How you doing? Just another day, trying to make it through. Life got its up and down, and we just trying to stay positive. It's been a long journey, and we still haven't quit, but we still a long way to go. I mean, I would like to touch on possibly mental health, addiction, could be. I don't know. Ask me a question. How did you go off? Well, when you think of addiction, what's the definition of addiction? What would you consider the definition of addiction? What do you think? You don't have to answer that personally, but whoever's listening, what do you think? Well, addiction is a disease of the mind, which is a mental obsession, meaning a user will use regardless of the consequences to himself or society. What I get from that is, when you're addicted, you do whatever it takes to get the next high. That's what you're chasing. Doesn't matter who you hurt, doesn't matter you hurt yourself, doesn't matter you gotta steal from your family, doesn't matter what you gotta do, you gotta kill somebody for it. That's what you're addicted. You're obsessed with something, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get. Yeah, I've been addicted to a lot of things. It could be sex, it could be drugs, it could be work, it could be a lot of things. But that's what I get from what addiction is. So what? Drugs? I would say probably started with the jail first at 11, probably 10 or 11. I started smoking, drinking, popping bars. That was when the bars were real, yeah, at that age. What caused it? Once an addict, always an addict. You will always fight the urge if you're a true addict. It's something you obsess about. So it's a decision you make every day. That's what I believe. In 35 years. I'm 36. No, no, 25 years, sorry. 36, 11 years, yeah. About 25 years. It's all mental. It's a crutch. It's a weakness. It's something you lean on to try to get away from the reality of life whenever you should just face it. That's what I gotta say. Everything you go through, God put you through it for a reason. You have the strength to get through it without it, but you choose to do that. Why? Because you're weak. Because it's a crutch. It helps you get away so you don't have to think about what you're going through. But it's easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done. Because a lot of people just want to just forget about what they've been through or the trauma or whatever they're going through in life. I believe that. Does that make sense? The worst battles is in what? Mentally? I don't love myself. I always feel like I was driven to addiction because I never felt, I never really had friends like that. I was the oddball out. I had a hard childhood. I was mad at the world, and I chose drugs as a friend. They helped me cope with things. I would forget about the struggles of life, the abuse, the hate, the just the emotions I would go through. Just even going home or just being around people that were supposed to be people that I would want to be around. So then I turned to the streets. When I turned to the streets, I found more love in the streets than I found at home. And at that, they were black, and I'm Mexican. I never knew racism until I went to prison. I didn't understand that. I did not understand it at all, but that's another subject. We can talk about that another time. But back to addiction, I believe it comes down to a lot of things. Parents being not present, lack of affection, lack of love, lack of guidance, um, trauma. You know, I mean, a lot of things lead to that. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just can't say one thing will lead to it. It's just in my life. It just. I felt it helped me, but it really just hurt you. I take it out of myself, if that makes sense.
How can you? There's many out there who are fighting addiction. There's people that judge them because they're trying so hard and they think that they don't want to change because of their struggles. What can you say to those people that are judging those who are trying?
Anybody that's never been through it, I tell them don't even speak on it because you're judging somebody that you don't even know what they're going through. We all fight our demons. Everybody has their own ways they cope with things. Just because you're addicted, it comes from childhood, it comes from trauma, it comes from a lot of things. It just comes just hey, he's addicted, he's a piece of nobody, you know? I mean everybody's a person. They're doing it for a reason. They got a hole in their heart, something happens when they've been molested. There's a reason for that. They're not just doing it for fun. No. You get tired of it. You get to a point where you don't want to do it, but it's a crutch to you. To me, if my life, if I don't feel pain, I feel something's wrong. I grew up very traumatized in a bad situations. I've been through a lot. I mean, I've been through prison. I've been in the streets. I've done, but I feel unworthy of love. Why? Because of what I've been through in life. I don't know what it's like to be happy. I don't. I mean, I've been mad my whole life. I'm trying to find self peace right now. I mean, it's very hard to look in the mirror and see yourself as a man and everything you've done and forgive yourself for that. So I'm trying to find self peace and also fight my demons, which everybody does because most people don't want to admit. But I want to help those that are in need and need a little encouragement. I mean, God will give you the strength to change. If God helps those who help themselves, you want it, you can do it. They tell you, hey, you can do anything in life, right? You can be anybody you want. But if you want it bad enough, you do it. You got a girlfriend, you work a job 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, you want to see her, you're going to find time to see her, right? So whatever you put your mind to, you do it. Like I said.
A lot of those give up on those who need all that love and support. How can that? How does that affect
During their
those
addiction,
trying?
because they don't understand. They don't want to speak of the elephant in the room, but when 9 times out of 10, it's there's the problem. They started it. You understand? People don't see their wrongs, but they're gonna point out your wrongs. I can personally speak on that, but I don't
How does
wish
that
to.
affect to those who are trying that the loved ones have give up on them?
To me, honestly, if it's negative in your life, then you need to get out of your life. Any negativity. I don't care who it is. If your family, whatever.
But
Because
those
if
who
they
are not
put you
that
in,
strong.
there's no not that strong. When you're fighting a battle like this, there's no not that strong. There's either you do it or you don't. Either you want it or you don't. You're gonna stay in that spot or you're gonna move on. I mean, it's a choice you make. I mean, it's. I'm sorry to be that blunt, but I mean that's what it is. I mean, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're gonna change, you know. But if you, they say it's all saying, if you're bald and you sit in a barbershop long enough, you're gonna sit in the chair to get a haircut one day. You know what that means? So you sign yourself with fucking bum. With, if you, sorry for my language. If you sign yourself with bums, you're gonna be a bum. Sign yourself millionaires, you're gonna be a millionaire. Sign yourself people do drugs, you're gonna do drugs. So when you want to change, you're gonna change surroundings. You're gonna change who you deal with, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so if that's what you want, you're gonna make the right choices to do that for yourself. But it's up to you. I can't make nobody do that. I've tried. I've tried to mentor a lot of people out here. I look like this, but I've tried very hard to help a lot of young people. And I get calls all the time. Hey man, I got a murder case, or I should have listed, or I got a robbery 5 to 9 and I should have listed a birthday habitation. Yeah, you should have listened because I told you this ain't what you want. All these people want to be gangsters. It's not the life you want. I'm trying to leave this stuff. I've been doing this my whole life. This is not nothing to be proud of. All it is pain and heartache. All that is.
Just to need the
I have 5 kids. Myself, I deserve to be happy. I never understood. I've never been happy in my life. I don't understand what it's like to be happy and to love yourself. I feel like I deserve that. My kids deserve that. They need me. And I'm not the perfect father, I know, but I'm struggling to get better every day. And it's a long, long journey. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It's not. And you gotta know that. If you're struggling through it, just know that God gives you strength. Don't pray for God to fix you. It's not gonna happen like that. Pray for the strength to get through the day. I'm disabled. I've had back surgery before. I don't ask God to fix my back. I ask Him just for the strength for the day. I still work. I still have to do things. I mean, it's hard out here, but just every day you wake up, if you're an addict, you're gonna have it on your mind. So you make the decision every day. You brush your teeth, look in the mirror, you tell yourself, I love myself, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep repeating that to yourself. Write it down. It helps you. Whatever you gotta do is harming yourself, get it out your life. Any negativity, my advice is get it out your life. I'm sorry. You can be family to me, blood to me, whatever, but you're negative, I'm gonna cut you off. I can't have that because my mental state, I can't have that. You're gonna throw me off. I gotta focus on myself and my family. I'm sorry. I'm already older. I'm 36. I got 5 kids. I gotta focus on me and my family. Yes, you're my family. Yes, but when you're putting me down and degrading me because you've made it and I'm still, you know what I'm saying, struggling. Well, I don't need that in my life. I mean, I've come a long way, and just to get this far has been very hard. And if you don't understand that, then get to move on. I mean, that's all. I mean, I don't need it in my life. You know what I'm saying?